everybody. Third quarter 2021 is in the books here at the Robinson-Ludwick Group and everywhere in the world, technically. So we're here to chat about what the third quarter was all about. First and foremost, team's doing great outside of a current broken hand or wrist.
Fracture.
Right? Fracture. Okay, fracture. What's the difference?
I guess you're right.
We have Emily's been here almost a year. Leo's doing great, as many of you know and have interacted with. 4 years. Nick having the best year to date for himself.
Crushing it.
And Lisa just does what she does, which is has a full-time job outside of this and somehow pulls out a bunch of random deals and just
being
gosh,
awesome.
If she was full-time real estate, we can dream, huh?
The team is awesome. Our numbers are down third quarter over 2020, which is just indicative of where the market's at. And what we've been saying is it's really the best thing that could have happened for the Bend real estate market. We couldn't stay in that frenzy forever. It was not sustainable. So balancing out has been, I think, a relief for buyers and sellers.
I think you're right. I mean, we're 5% off of our peak for the year. Now, don't get too concerned. We're still, I think, close to 25% up year to date overall. But that just gives you a sense of how fast that rocket ship was moving for the first 5-6 months out of the year. So now moving forward, I think we see a little bit more of the same of just the last couple of year trend, which is, historically you say you get into that fourth quarter and even into the first quarter and real estate's just not as good, it's slower, but really with inventory levels and what they've been here in Bend for 7+ years now, they're low, a little bit better now, but still low. If you're a seller and now is the time that you need to sell or want to sell, don't be nervous about putting your house on the market now. Almost every time is a good time to be a seller in Bend, and on the other end of the token, it's maybe never a great time to be a buyer, but it's not going to be better than it is right now because you have a little less competition out there in the market as a buyer. And like I said, our inventory, I think, is ticked up a little bit. So maybe have a few more options to look at.
Interest rates are ticking up a little bit, but still, extremely low historically, very competitive. And we just heard this morning that conforming loan limits are being raised starting the beginning of 2022, although a lot of lenders are adopting it now, knowing that they can sell those when those federal laws go into place or rules, from $550 and some change up to $625,000, which is a big deal.
I think that's the biggest jump. I mean, at least since I've been in the business, that's the biggest single-year jump I've seen.
Yeah, conforming loan underwriting process is much more lenient, is much softer than when you get into the jumbo rates and what they require at that point. So that's huge for buyers.
So, Matt, moving away from real estate just a little bit, especially for our viewers here that might not be local to Bend, a couple of highlights out of the summer. And just a little bit more of the same. We got Smoke in August and September. That's 3 years in a row. That's not very fun. But
we had a rocking lineup of Left Front Amphitheater concerts.
How many concerts do you think you went to?
I think I went to 4.
Okay, I went to 4. My wife went to 5. I can't believe that. Jeez.
That's great. There was a great lineup. Great shows. I think that's part of Live Nation taking over the booking and the new stage.
And that stage is great. But
people are coming from all over the West Coast to come to some of these concerts. Yeah.
And when we were just talking about that in our office, I think it was you or Nick that made the comment that, really outside of the Gorge, which is its own category, Bend is kind of the destination concert spot for the Northwest.
It's very true. Yeah, it's an impressive setup down there, and obviously Bend is appealing to so many folks, which contributed to a very chaotic summer. I mean, tourists were showing up in droves, and to make matters, I don't want to say worse, but more chaotic, we have road construction all over this city, and some of the major roads, especially on the west side, were shut down for construction or infrastructure projects. It was just really hard to get anywhere. But thankfully, I mean, like you said, what's more contagious than COVID in Bend is roundabout construction.
Roundabout construction. If you don't like roundabouts, I'm just going to save you a lot of trouble. Don't move to Bend. Because we're up to, I think, 40-something. And
we love them.
I think they're great. I don't love that it takes 6 to 8 months for them to get built, but it is kind of cool that they flow. And it's become part of our identity here, which is kind of a neat thing. So, looking forward to fourth quarter, which we are just now dipping our toes into. We got a short little fall season and then probably move right into winter. Hoping this year we see a dusting of snow as we look out beyond the camera here to the mountain. Hoping for a better snow season this year.
Yeah, well, we need it for a lot of things, for water levels. And we had some drought issues across the country this year, but including here in Central Oregon. So it'd be nice to have a big winter here in town, not only just for the skiers, but for just the health of our land here.
Yeah, and the beauty. I love looking at the snow-capped mountains.
I think we're actually going to have a pretty killer fourth quarter, and just across the board, not just our team. But I do think that, you know, there's the COVID fatigue, there's the kind of real estate fatigue that people had, but they're getting out of that, and things seem to be picking up a little bit. Not into a frenzy, just kind of settling into this new, really healthy, balanced market where, you know, things are moving quickly, but they're not selling for over what they should sell for, and you know what I'm saying?
No, I think you're right. I think that we're already feeling it here in our office with, you know, a renewed sense of momentum. Have run into a couple of multiple offer situations, at least personally, just in the last couple of weeks, but not nearly as many as we saw in that kind of February through May range. So, yeah, looking forward to the fourth quarter. Looking forward to, in December, our Christmas party. We hope to have many of you out there in December, so be on the lookout for details on that, and then just continuing to grow as we move into another new year. I think year 8 or 9 of our partnership, and the team just doing great. Super grateful for everybody that we have around us, for the partnership that Matt and I have together, and for the support that you guys ultimately give to us in our business. So thank you for that.
Agreed. Well said, Grant. Well, thanks for listening, you guys. We hope you enjoyed this quarterly video. We'll see you next time, and we'll see you weekly on our Tuesday tidbits. Make sure you chime in for those.
That's right. Happy fall, y'all.
Talk to you soon. Hey, thanks so much for watching today's video. If you haven't already, make sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Our handles are shown here on the screen, and you can always find our contact information or more about us on www.buysellbend.com. Thanks.